All right, guys, how's it going? Well, I'm just making a cup of tea. I'm finally packed for my trip to America. I think it's the US elections next week. Yes, I am that sad that I am going to the United States of America for the US elections. Yes. Well, I'm actually going to see my best friend. My best friend, Smooth. You guys will know Smooth. Excuse me, I've known Smooth probably for about 20 years. I met Smooth on the Xbox. We were playing a game. We had a mutual friend. We were playing a game called Rainbow Six 3 on the Xbox. And I was on there with a friend, and he introduced me to Smooth. And me and Smooth didn't get on. No, we didn't. We were arguing. We were like threatening each other. Hey, you. Do you know what I mean? It was crazy. And somehow we became best friends. Like best friends in the entire world. He's got a tattoo of my mum's name on his shoulder. When my mum died, he never had any tattoos. It was the first tattoo he had done. He loved my mum. You know, every year on her anniversary, he changed his profile picture on Facebook just to plain black. Yeah, he's a good kid. He's my brother, you know. And we've been best friends ever since those days, almost 2 decades ago. And so I wanted to go and see him. So it was my 50th birthday in September. But I couldn't go out in September. I was originally booked to go out to America in September, but I was busy, you know. And so I rescheduled it for November. Now, there's 3 dates I could have gone in November. Thanksgiving, which he would have liked me to be there for Thanksgiving. His birthday, which I'm sure he would have liked me to be there for his birthday. Or the general election, the US election, if you like. Well, I went with that one. I'll still spend a week with him, do you know what I mean? But on Tuesday, I'm going to be kicked back. It's going to be like, I don't know, it'll be like a sporting event to me. I love American politics. I like British politics, but American politics is theatrical. It's really good. I've got my Trump t-shirt on. I'm ready to go. Do you know what I'm saying? The haters going to hate. But for me, it's like just a bit of banter, like, you know, like trolling people and that. Like, some people get really, like, stressed over politics. And for me, you know, if you know me, you know I like a laugh and a giggle. And believe it or not, when I get on my flight to New York tomorrow, I won't be wearing a Trump t-shirt. No, I'll be wearing one of Queen Elizabeth on actually with a Union Jack. Because the Americans, they like all that, do you know what I mean? The Trump one, I'll just keep that private. I don't want to get caught up in any arguments or anything. You know what they're like out there, they're mental, aren't they? So, no, I'm really looking forward to my trip. But I've had a real busy morning trying to get ready. Trying to sort the dog, Remy. Don't worry, Remy's not left on his own. He's not going to the kennels or anything. I have someone stay in my house every time I go away. I always have done. I'm very security conscious, and I don't want my dog put in the kennels, like so. Just making sure he's all right. I don't know. Whenever I go away, I'll be thinking, have I got that? Have I got this? But I've got the Xbox. That's all that matters, surely. So when I go to America, usually. The main reason what I do when I'm out there is I go and sit in on various trials. You know, those of you that know me know that, you know, away from the football, the soccer and everything, to get away from it, I have an interest in crime, like not committing crime. But I watch a lot of US trials, criminal trials that are broadcast live. They're not broadcast live in the UK. They can't do that. They won't do that. But you can watch trials, and I find them good to have on in the background when I'm working, when I'm at my desk. You know, it's easy. Well, it's not always easy viewing because it could be a bit grisly, which I don't like those ones. But I like trials, you know, and I've met a lot of people, a lot of attorneys and judges from high-profile cases in the US. It really is something I'm passionate about. And even when I went to Dublin recently, you know, I attended the court. I know I'm a nerd. I know it doesn't really go with Dunk, but there is Duncan as well. And when I go out to the US, I will go to the courthouse. I'm looking forward to going and seeing friends that I made there last time, for example. You know, so for me, I know some of you will find it really hard to understand. But I can go and watch a trial. When I'm in America, I can go like 9 o'clock in the morning, right through, you know, have lunch or whatever, right through till 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And I can do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, wait for the outcome because you get so invested in it and to see it. It's a bit like a sporting event, believe it or not. I'll tell you why. Because if you think about it, when someone's accused of doing something, you don't know if they've done it or not, right? So you gotta watch their performance if they take the stand, for example, when they give their testimony. You either want someone to be convicted or you want them to be acquitted, like found not guilty, sorry. And you might have the prosecution, and you've got the defense, the prosecution, the defense, the attack and the defense. And they might do something, like they might really twist a witness, like get something out of a witness, and you're watching and you're going, oh, fucking hell, that was good, that. Or, wow, that was a mistake. So it's kind of like conceding a goal and scoring a goal for your opponents. And then like in football, soccer, at the end of 90 minutes, you want an outcome that in your favour, don't you? You're cheering on a team. Well, when in a court trial, you are cheering on one side. I do. I get invested in it. I'm like, well, I hope he gets found guilty, or I hope she's found not guilty. Do you know what I mean? So, and I enjoy it, and it gets me away from everything that I do on a day-to-day basis, every day of the year. I'm in my 27th year now, right, of what I do. And I genuinely have not taken a day off in all that time. I've always had to do something. And I'm not complaining, I enjoy it. But when I go away, say to America, I go to New York, I'll spend a couple of days in New York City, for example, towards the end of my break, so I'm going upstate New York. People will say to me, are you going to the Liverpool supporters bar? I'm like, no, I'm not. That'd be like if you're a plumber, going to sit down with loads of plumbers and saying, have you been seeing, them latest radiators here that are in B&Q? You'd be like, what the fuck, I'm on that. Do you know what I mean? So when I go away, I don't want to talk about football. I like to go to the trials. I like to attend a trial and see what happens. And yeah, I really like all that shit. And of course, politics. So I will be in, the US on election day. It might not get all resolved that day. But it's just like theatre. It's like popcorn. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll be like really enjoying it. I'm enjoying it now. All the different memes and videos and funny things and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So I enjoy it. I'm not sure many people have put me with those kind of interests, politics, and attending trials and things. But that's my passion. It's like, well, I wouldn't say politics is a passion. I just find it laughable. I think it's funny how people get so wound up. Nobody, like, I wore a Trump t-shirt on my YouTube channel, Cop Talk TV, recently. It's just a bit of a giggle, do you know what I mean? And someone was really offended by it. They were like, you've lost all credibility. Well, first of all, I didn't know I had any credibility. Secondly, I don't give a fuck if I got credibility or not. Do you know what I mean? I used to enjoy your videos. And that's how, like, can you imagine that? Can you imagine, like, having a favourite movie star and he comes out and says something in the election campaign for one of the candidates that you don't agree with? Or you're not aligned with. And can you imagine going, I used to love these films, but not anymore, I'm not watching it. It's kind of like, they're the dangerous people, I think. Because we all have our own political views, right, in life, yeah? Like, maybe some people think pensioners should be looked after. In the UK, I don't agree with fox hunting, cruel sports and things like that, blood sports. So you're always going to align yourself with, like, beliefs that, they're the same as you. Do you know what I mean? Like, opinions the same as you. But I'm not like, that way or that way. Why can't you just take a bit from that side? I agree with that, and I agree with that, not that, not this. Do you know what I mean? These people are like really fucking wired, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Whereas me, I don't know. I like Donald Trump, man. It makes me laugh. Do you know what I mean? It just makes me laugh. It's not an endorsement, it just like makes me laugh. And I am more leaning that way politically. I do lean more to the right than I do left, which is quite funny because in my entire life, every general election I have ever voted in my life in the United Kingdom, in England, I have always voted for the left, for the socialist side, for Labour. Never voted Tory, Conservative or anything. Always voted left. Was a Labour Party member since I was 16. Canvas was part of, the Tony Blair, success, if you like, getting him elected and stuff. I was out there leafleting and shit like that and all that. Because we'd been brought up, on a council estate with no money, and you were programmed into believing a particular thing in a particular way. Over here in Spain, I'm not entitled to vote in a general election, which I think is wrong because, one, I'm a legal resident, and two, I pay taxes. So if I pay taxes and the equivalent of national insurance, I should have a right to say where the government should spend that money. Do you not think? I can vote in the local elections for the mayor and stuff like that, the town hall, but I can't vote in a national election. So They literally take thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of euros off me, but don't give me a say in an election. You know, so it bothers me, that, to be honest with you. Anyway, the other thing as well, when it comes to politics, is you could have the complete different opinion to me. You could say, I want Kamala Harris to win, you know, and I'm happy. All right, mate, nice one. It doesn't bother me. When was the last time anyone ever changed their opinion, political opinion, because of a Facebook meme? We've all got those friends on Facebook, haven't we? They're obsessed. Do you know what I mean? Kamala Harris is terrible. Donald Trump is terrible. Lock him up. You know, they're all just mental, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? I'm just going out there for a giggle. I can sit down and have a conversation and laugh with anyone. I really can. And I respect everyone's views, you know. Someone can come around to me and say, you're wrong. You know, I'll be like, well, all right, I'm wrong. Do you want a drink? Do you know what I mean? People need to be more like me, I think, in life, more chilled. Some of you know that I'm quite deep into the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse. You know, a couple of years ago, spent 6 weeks in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and time out in Illinois, Chicago on those trips. And I got to meet the judge. He's my friend now, you know. Attorneys, private investigators, witnesses. I haven't finished what I'm doing on that because obviously real life has to come first, and that's just a side interest. But I spent time deep into that case, and met people from the BLM, you know, the left and the right, you know, the ones that want to walk around with shooters, they call it America and all that. And they were all real nice people on both sides, but they fucking hate each other. But I was meeting them individually and they were fine, you know. I would align myself with the right, so Republicans say, I'm not sure I really know everything about the Republicans, but on a political spectrum, you know, obviously I would lean more to the right, so therefore I would be leaning towards conservatism and the Republicans, right? Not the Democrats. However, when I was out in Kenosha, I went with a friend of mine to a Democratic function, you know, a big barbecue outside, and all these lovely people, they were great. Do you know what I mean? I didn't go there and go, you've got fucking different opinions to me, you. Do you know what I'm saying? You get nowhere in life if you're just screaming and shouting and ranting and raving at each other. Nowhere ever. It's the same when it comes into soccer, into football. You know, our football club, you know, people say, well, we don't want to be owned by those, you know, pesky people from the Middle East. We don't want them owning us. You know, it's like, why? Well, because they're bad people. It's like, well, keep excluding people, you'll never, ever, ever progress in life. Sit down. Say, hey, look, this is how we live. That's how we... Don't tell them what they should and shouldn't do, though. You know what I mean? Because us in the West, from the UK and America, we think we can tell everyone else how to live their fucking lives and that they're all bad people. And we seem to forget the millions of people that have died because of the conflicts we've been involved in. You know what I'm saying? So, the point I'm trying to make here is, if you don't like one political party or you don't like one region of the world, stop shouting at those people and telling them that they're wrong. The sooner that you all sit around a table together and we all go, look, we have differences, but we're all human beings. You know, we're all born, we die, we all have to go and take a shite. Don't matter whether you're rich, whether you're poor, whatever, you come into this world and you're going to leave it, right? So when you look at all the trouble that's going on in the world, like Ukraine and Russia, all that conflict, and Israel and Palestine, all these innocent people getting caught up in bullshit. You know, like the world would be a much better place if we just went, look, can we just fucking have a beer? That's what I think. Much better. So, right, I'm getting the message telling me where to board my flight. That's made me a bit nervous. So yeah, I'm going out to America, and I'm going to fly to London Gatwick today, all being well. Look, I'm prepared. Look, I found my thing. I couldn't find it earlier. Yeah, I'm going to fly to London Gatwick. I'm going to spend the night there in the hotel, just chill the night. I don't like to fly and then fly. So I like to fly, chill, fly tomorrow nice and fresh, long haul. I'll do a night at JFK. Then on Sunday, all being well, I should fly out to upstate New York, spend a week there. Then go back to JFK and spend a couple of days in New York City. You can't go to New York State and not go to New York City. I'll go to my favourite bar, the Perfect Pint. The favourite bar in the world is off Times Square in New York. It's my favourite bar in the world, the Perfect Pint pub. I love it. So I'll be going there. I'll do a couple of days there. Then I'm going to fly back to England, all being well, this time into Heathrow. I'm going out from Gatwick this way into Heathrow. Then I'm going to stay in England for a week, pop up north, see my family, see my girlfriend, and just have a good time. You know what I mean? But it's not a holiday. I have to work every day when I'm on the move. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different time zone. It can be a little bit annoying, but you know, we'll give it a go. So if you've come over to my YouTube channel from Cox Auto TV, from the Sarker channel, nice one, thanks man. I'm going to try and make a video of my journey in there. Do you know what I mean? Like do a little bit. We'll see. We'll see if I can make it interesting. I'm not sure I can. But yeah, there we go. So the message in this video is as follows. Stop shouting at people. Stop telling people they're wrong and you're right. Just go, well, I think this, you think that. Let's have a beer. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't want to drink, let's have an orange juice. Let's have a biscuit. Do you know what I'm saying? Be nice to each other. Don't get stressed. Now, what's the point of getting stressed? You know, the media and governments, they want you to be stressed. They want you to kill each other. They do. Don't be doing that, man. Make love, not war. That's what I say. Now, can you tell I'm full of energy today? That's because I've just eaten 2 Yorkie bars. My chick brought them over for me. It's my favourite chocolate. She brought them over and I said, what have you brought them for? It's supposed to be losing weight. She went, well, I know it's your favourite. I went, oh, it's terrible. I have to leave them in the fridge. She left yesterday. I've just smashed them both in. Can't eat them now, though, can I? They've gone now. I'm not leaving them for fucking all that time I'm away. You know what I mean? Someone might eat them. Right, I'm off. I'll speak to you in a bit. Don't forget you can follow me on X and Instagram at Duncan Oldham. And hopefully we'll speak real soon, guys. All right.